It's exciting Indiana High School football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. Tonight's broadcast is driven by Greg Hubler Ford and brought to you by Werner Financial, by Universal Roofing, by The Mower Shop, Genesis Sports Performance, Peterman Heating and Cooling, and by Dreyer Reinbold Infinity. Indiana High School football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
It's Friday, and that means game day on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. This week, your matchup of the Alexandria Tigers and the Bluffton Tigers. The opening round of Sectional 36 for Class 2A in Indiana High School football, driven, as always, by Greg Hubler Ford. My name is Colin Nichols, joined by Vince Reimer. Vince, very competitive matchup that we're looking at tonight. Alexandria finishes the year 8-1 in the regular season, sitting at 6th in the AP polls, 6th as well in the coaches' polls. Bluffton, on the other hand, 7-2 on the year, sitting at 8th in the AP polls and 7 on the coaches' polls. No matter what way you look at it, both these two schools, both these squads did a phenomenal job during the regular season, looking to carry that over into the postseason. Alexandria chasing its first ever sectional title. Bluffton, on the other hand, made it to regionals last year and fell short there. So they are looking to go back-to-back sectional titles. Alexandria looking to claim their first. Going to be a competitive match tonight. But regardless, one Tiger is going to come out over the other.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great game solely due to the expectations that have turned out after the regular season. You've got two teams here that finished the regular season with very strong records. Alexandria finished 8-1, 6-1 in conference, and then Bluffton at 7-2. At 4-2 in their conference standings. And as we see down the schedule here, Alexandria pretty consistent the whole way through. Their only loss to Mississinawa in 4A. They fell 33-21 that week. That was September 22nd. And then as for Bluffton, went on a small skid at the end of the year, losing to Heritage in 3A and then Adams Central in 1A, 24-0. So that game a little bit shocking, but they ended the season on a win against Lakeland, 32-14. They got a lot to play for tonight. They won their sectional last year, and they face a team tonight who's playing for a little more.
The winner of this game will take on the winner of Eastbrook and Frankton next week, so we'll keep you updated on that game as best we can. And the other games going on in Sectional 36 for 2A, Blackford at Tipton, Eastbrook at Frankton, obviously, and Elwood at Eastern. You look at these two teams, Alexandria comes in with a very two-face offense. They can do it both ways, on the ground and in the air. Passing so far, Brady Gass, he's got 1,476 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, and a 127.8 QBR throughout the entire regular season. And then, of course, we know a big name coming out of the backfield is Carson Cuneo, 129 carries for 1,033 yards and 18 touchdowns to his name. His long on the year, 84 yards, which we got to see a few weeks ago when Alexandria put the hurt to Frankton and made that a running clock game for the majority of the second half. Alexandria's offense very, very challenging to control, especially when you got 4 receivers on the field as well. You know, Brady Gass can sling the ball around, so very tough to see what they're going to do each and every play.
Yeah, Alexandria's offense was extremely impressive. When we got to see them about 2 weeks ago there, they shut out Frankton. They've got a lot of options there on offense, but Cuneo, as you mentioned, does a lot of the heavy lifting. 18 touchdowns on the year, averaging 2 of them a game. It's the most impressive part to me. The thing about him is that first burst. Once he gets going on that first step and he doesn't get somebody off the defensive line touching him, then he's right off to the end zone. And then you've got Gabe McGuire as well, one of the most versatile players that we've had the privilege of watching. On the year, 9 touchdowns. He's a weapon in the slot, but as well when he's returning punts, returning kicks. He's had 3 attempts this year, and he's averaging 63 yards on his return. So he's dangerous whenever he touches the ball.
98 yards is his long on the year on those kickoff returns as well. That one obviously going all the way to the house. So it's pretty clear with only 3 return opportunities, the kickoff decision or strategy, if you will, keep it away from Gabe McGuire. He's been doing his thing on the receiving end too. Like you said, 42 receptions, 599 yards, 9 touchdowns in the air. He's also got 1 rushing touchdown, 201 rushing yards as well to his name this year. Bluffton's defense going to have it cut out for him, but expect to see a couple big names. Ben Ramsayer in the secondary for Bluffton. 4 interceptions on the year. It's going to be big that he remains locked down, especially against Brady Gass, who can throw that ball all over the field.
Yeah, to this point, we haven't seen Alexandria's offense challenged to a point where they really need to fight for every possession. It's going to be interesting to see how Bluffton responds here. Their defensive line pretty consistent, pretty even stats altogether there, but the secondary is going to be what's interesting. We didn't see Gast have to pass the ball a lot when they ended up playing Frankton, so it's going to be interesting to see once he tests the ball deep what this Bluffton defense can do.
Bluffton's offense, on the other hand, looking pretty similar in terms of the ground game, 1,546 team rushing yards on the year. Braxton Betancourt in the backfield leading the way as a quarterback. 604 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions to his name so far on the year. 108.4 is his QBR coming into the beginning of sectional play. The passing game, not as strong, about less than half of the yards that Alexandria has in the pass game, 725 passing yards, but still amounting about 80 a game and 15.8 yards per completion. If you can stack some of those completions up and really get them going, especially later on in the evening when that secondary may be worn down for Alexandria a little bit, that could turn out to be a difference and a make-or-break moment for Bluffton to be able to pull out a sectional win tonight.
Yeah, the thing that stands out the most about the Bluffton Tigers offense to me is just the efficiency. It doesn't look like Betancourt to me gets too flustered. As you mentioned, only 2 interceptions on the year, but as well, all the weapons pretty evenly distributed the entire season. You got Tucker Jenkins, 4 touchdowns on the year, Andrew Hunt, 4 touchdowns as well, and then A.J. Strevler on the outside, 2 touchdowns. So this entire team very in sync, very consistent. They put points on the board every single week, and it's going to be something to watch out for because we haven't seen Alexandria's defense really been tested either.
Yeah, Alexandria, for the most part this year, has steamrolled most of their opponents. You look at their schedule, the first 3 weeks, 49-12 win over Westdale, a 42-0 win over Wabash, and a 42-17 win over Blackford. And then week 4, their biggest win of the year, 63-0 over Elwood. So obviously had no problem taking care of their opponents so far in the year. But on the other side as well, again, Bluffton having a strong start to their season, 47-6 in week 1 against Northfield. They beat Manchester week 2, 56-14. Week 3 was a 41-6 win over South Adams, 28-0 win over Woodland, and then their biggest of the year, 56-3 over Southern Wells. It's going to be a competitive game no matter what way you look at it. Hard to say who we're going to be able to pick to come out on top, but I can tell you this, the Tigers are going to do it. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. As always, this is Indiana High School Sports, driven by Greg Hubler Ford.
Every day is a great day to buy a vehicle at Greg Hubler Ford.
Because every vehicle comes with our Greg Hubler promise. On top of scheduled maintenance with your vehicle, you'll also enjoy complimentary roadside assistance, service pickup, and drop-off. And a free car wash and quick wash every time you service at Greg Hubler Ford.
We're always finding new ways to put our guests first.
Mosey on into Muncie.
Greg Hubler Ford, promise kept.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Candy, please.
Everyone want a free furnace? Here's one for you and you.
Walk the plank, Chad. Here's some candy, kids.
It's the final month to get a free furnace from Peterman Brothers. Visit petermanhvac.com to claim yours today.
Could I get one?
Sure thing.
The Mower Shop in Fishers is the one-stop shop for all of your lawn maintenance needs. We have a huge selection of Honda and Toro lawnmowers in stock and even more to choose from online. Plus, we carry parts and accessories with super fast shipping. Just need maintenance or repairs? We offer that too. And we'll even deliver. The Mower Shop, family owned for more than 20 years. Visit our showroom just west of State Road 37 in Fishers or shop online at themowershop.com.
Welcome back to IndianaHighSchoolSports.com, the matchup of the Alexandria Tigers and the Bluffton Tigers here at Alexandria High School. The first round of sectionals for Class 2A in Indiana High School football. Sectional 36 is where we start the postseason. As always, Colin Eccles joined by Vince Reimer. Vince, we talked about it, a tough matchup for both sides tonight. Both teams are going to have their work cut out for them. We talked about the big name tonight for Alexandria, Carson Cuneo. Expect him to do a lot offensively coming out of the backfield, but also expect to see a lot of him on the defensive side as well. One of the leading tacklers for this defense, 97 total tackles on the year, 1 sack as well coming from that middle linebacker position. He's going to have a long night ahead of him, especially with an offense as tough as Bluffton's that is really big on running the ball, passes every so often. But if he gets his hands dirty, especially with that run game, he is going to have himself a heck of a night tonight.
Yeah, both of these teams very balanced. I expect it to be a little bit of a low-scoring game compared to what I think their averages tell us. But, yeah, I'm really interested to see Bluffton's offense. We hadn't had the privilege of seeing them play in the regular season. Their offense, led by Braxton Betancourt, as we mentioned, very efficient, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the year. But the interesting thing to me, like you said, is the guys that play both sides of the ball there. You got Cuneo, very effective on defense for a running back who does a ton of heavy lifting. Also, when you look at Bluffton, you've got guys playing both sides of the ball. Hunter Wanger, linebacker. Hutch Craighead at corner. They've got a lot of guys that also play both sides of the ball, so that's something to look out for. I expect a pretty tight game tonight and a pretty low-scoring one at that.
On the toss, Bluffton has won and elected to receive. Alexandria will be kicking from right to left on your screen. Alexandria wearing those USC-style uniforms tonight. Bluffton in the white with the black helmets and the black pants. Pretty classic looks that both teams are rolling with this evening. Going to be a good game, and no better way to start the postseason than with the number 6 Alexandria Tigers and the number 8 Bluffton Tigers in the first round of 2A Sectional 36. Like I said earlier, this game will feed into the winner of Eastbrook and Frankton, so we'll keep you updated on that as best we can throughout the evening. Also, your other matchups tonight, Blackford at Tipton and Elwood at Eastern, and we will have the best updates possible that we can give you on those as the night progresses on. But we're set and about ready to roll for Alexandria in Bluffton here at Alexandria High School. Before we get this started, you can follow us on the X app at INDHS Sports for post-game interviews and highlight clips from Indianapolis and Muncie. You can also head over to our website, indianahighschoolsports.com, where you can find QR codes on the side for both Muncie and Indianapolis. You can scan those and get live text updates so that if you can't be at the game or watch our streams, you can keep up to date with your favorite teams across the state of Indiana. You're not going to miss a single beat. Kicking off for Alexandria is Corey Layton. He'll get the ball set up on the kicking block and get ready to kick to the return men of Andrew Hunt and A.J. Strevler. Strevler back at the 5-yard line, ready to receive the kick from Layton. Whistle blows, and here we go. The first quarter is underway in the first round of sectionals. The ball will go out of the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and Bluffton will start out on their own 20-yard line. Beginning of sectionals is finally here. Crazy to think about that a few weeks ago. We were sitting in a press box wondering when the fall weather was going to get here, when it was going to cool off, and when that playoff time was going to roll around. We're finally here, and we've got probably one of our better and more competitive matchups of the year right in front of us on the field.
Yeah, about as good of weather as you could ask for. Pretty typical for October 20th here. 50 degrees, cool, very windy. We're going to see if that plays a factor tonight.
Betancourt will start out in the shotgun formation. Trips to his left side, one to the right. Betancourt back to pass quickly on the first play. It's complete across the middle for a first down. He connects to Declan Greaser coming out of the slot. First down and 10 for Bluffton. Hot start with a pass.
Impressive connection there. Didn't waste any time getting the ball out. Nice little lefty form he's got. Very interesting technique throwing the ball. It's going to be nice seeing that all night.
First and 10, Betancourt again in the gun. This time trips to his right side, one to his left. Handoff up the middle to Moore, and Moore is not quite going to get to the first down, but a solid pickup of 7 on the play, makes it 2nd and 3 for Bluffton.
Yeah, we're seeing a very effective offense here, getting something every single time they choose to run or pass the ball. 2 very good plays to start out the game for Bluffton.
2nd and 3 for Bluffton. Betancourt again in the gun, trips to his right side, 1 over to his left on the short side of the field. Betancourt, handoff to Moore up the middle, and Moore is going to be close to a first down, but he won't get much more than that. Looks like he gets 6 inches across that marker. It will be enough to move the chains. You can credit that whole defensive front for Alexandria getting in on the stop.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of a feeling out process to begin, but Bluffton doing a good job of play selection and getting a little bit of something every single time.
3 good plays to open things up for Bluffton. Betancourt stays in the gun. This time just 2 receivers to his right side, 1 out to his left. Handoff is to Moore again, and Moore is swallowed in the backfield. Coming out of secondary to make the stop is number 23, Carson Cuneo. No shocker there. Big tackle for a loss on first down, 2nd and 11 coming up for Bluffton.
Yeah, big play there for Alexandria. First tackle for a loss, and who better than Carson Cuneo, the most reliable man on both sides of the field.
2nd down and 11. Betancourt in the gun. Trips to the near side of the field, 1 to the far. That's the short side. Back to pass. Fires to the far sideline, incomplete. Looks like the intended target is A.J. Strevler. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Bluffton Tigers. Good defensive stand after 3 big pickups for Alexandria.
Yeah, 2 very good defensive plays in a row. They've put together a nice little sequence. All they've got to do is prevent 1 big play, and they can finally get Bluffton off the field here.
3rd down and 11. In the gun again is Betancourt. Trips to the right side, 1 to the left. Betancourt back to pass. Fires near side, and it is complete across the middle and into Alexandria territory. Wrapped up and finally stopped on the forward progress at the 34-yard line. The receiver, Andrew Hunt. That'll cross the 300-yard mark in receiving for him this year. 4 touchdowns to his name as well, and he does the job catching that pass from Betancourt to move the chains and keep the drive alive for Bluffton at the beginning of the first quarter. 9:20 left in quarter number 1, no score for either team.
Yeah, it's the most dangerous guy in the middle of the field. You've got to account for him. He does a lot of the returns for this Tigers team. Very impressive catch there, first down.
Full house formation, man coming in motion. Betancourt hands off to Moore, running to the near side. He's got a hole up the middle, and he will be upended near the first down marker. And I think that is enough for a first down. Referee signal to move the chains, and Bluffton will continue to have an impressive opening drive with just under 9 minutes to go in the first quarter, looking to break their way into the red zone.
Yeah, Moore looks very effective running the ball, but this offensive line is what's doing them the most on this drive. I'm impressed to see how connected they look every single time, making it easy for whoever's carrying the ball. And Bluffton's moving right down the field with ease right now.
Full house set again. Betancourt in the gun, hands off to Moore. Moore trying to find a hole on the far side. He'll pick up, looks like 3 on that first down carry. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Bluffton Tigers. And again, it looks like Cuneo leading the charge on the stop.
Good tackle there again by Cuneo, his 2nd on the drive. This is the first drive we've seen of the game. They've taken the first 4 minutes off the clock and been very efficient. They faced 1 3rd and 11, had a big strike down to Andrew Hunt for about 25 yards. Big 2nd and 7 coming up here.
2nd and 8. Betancourt in the gun. It's another handoff to Moore, following some blockers. He'll go up the middle and pick up a decent chunk on 2nd down. Looks like 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Bluffton Tigers. So a 3-yard pickup on that play. And third and about halfway, this will be a big spot for Alexandria to make a stop at, especially on third down, as the place kicker, Yaro Serduk, has not attempted a single field goal yet this year.
I'm impressed so far by the play calling. If they can continue to mix things up like this and be effective no matter where they're at on the field, they're going to be fine tonight.
Betancourt will hand off up the middle, and it's a big run for Tucker Jenkins. He'll take it all the way down to the 4-yard line in Alexandria territory. Bluffton knocking on the door, putting some points on the board in just the first drive of the game. Under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Score is still zeros across the board. The Bluffton Tigers knocking on the door of making it 6.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see Bluffton make it look this easy and this professional on the first drive of the game. They look very connected as an offense, kind of lulling Alexandria's defense to sleep here.
Betancourt hands off up the middle again, and it is in the end zone this time to open things up. Tucker Jenkins takes it in for the 5-yard carry and puts the Bluffton Tigers up 6-0 over Alexandria, almost halfway through this first quarter. Very long drive to open things up for Bluffton.
Yeah, they do a good job no matter where they're at on the field. If they're facing 3rd and long or whether they have, 1st and 5, 2nd and 5, they do a good job of play calling, executing no matter where they're at on the field. I'm impressed so far. Very effective opening drive here for Bluffton.
The PAT is low and looks like a little bit wide to the left on the attempt from Sir Duke. That'll make him 17 for 25 on the year in PATs. That one could be what comes back to haunt the Bluffton Tigers later on this evening. Well, we got a break in the action. We're going to take a quick break of our own to hear from some of our sponsors that make this broadcast possible every week. As always, it's the Alexandria Tigers and the Bluffton Tigers, driven by Greg Hubler Ford on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
We're back live at Alexandria High School on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. My name is Colin Eccles, joined by Vince Reimer. A 5-yard carry from Tucker Jenkins makes it 6-0 in favor of Bluffton on their opening drive of tonight's contest. Opening drive on the game as well, which chewed almost 6 full minutes off the clock. Just 6:36 left in the first quarter. It's a 6-0 lead for the Bluffton Tigers, and now a high-powered and multifaceted offense from Alexandria will get to come on the field, led by Brady Gast. But first, the kickoff, as we await the whistle. And here comes the kick from Tucker. It's a high one, and it is going to be fielded around the 30-yard line. Decent return going for Alexandria, and looks like they will be spotted at the 39. So the Tigers have some decent starting field position on their first offensive drive of the game. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 39. They'll have 6.5 minutes left in this first quarter, and an offense that you and I both know from witnessing it in weeks past and just looking throughout game stats week after week, an offense that can turn at any moment and make this a 1, maybe 2-play drive with a score.
Yeah, definitely. Great starting field position because of the short kick here. One interesting thing is they haven't trailed very much this year. Going to see how that plays out on this drive.
Gas puts Roland in motion. Gas from the gun. Will hand off to Cuneo. He bounces to the near side, finds a hole, still chugging his feet along, and it'll be about a 5-yard pickup on the play. 2nd and 5 for Alexandria. Good opening run from Carson Cuneo.
Yeah, it seemed like he wanted to make contact there. He put the shoulder down, knocking Tucker Jenkins down, picked up a couple of yards on the way. But you can see how dangerous Cuneo is. Didn't look like that was a very difficult 3 yards for him.
2nd and 5 for Alexandria as we hit the halfway point in quarter number 1. Gun formation for Gast. Trips to his right side, 1 to his left. Gast, quick screen complete to McGuire. McGuire with running room. He can fly. He's got the edge, still going into Bluffton territory. and he will be brought down inside the 35-yard line. Spotted at the 33. Big catch and run for Gabe McGuire off the screen from Brady Gast.
Yeah, there was Mr. Elusive for them. Gabe McGuire does a little bit of everything with the ball in his hands. Both offenses off to very sharp starts tonight. This is going to be a good one.
Two big plays to start things off for Alexandria. Brady Gast comes out in the gun, two to his left, one to his right. From the 33, Gast rolls out to his left side, looking to pass, has plenty of time, floats it down the sideline, complete to Gabe McGuire. What a ball and what a catch from the duo. Their second completed pass in a row takes it inside the 10. First down and goal for Alexandria. Like we said, an offense that can turn it up and really make this a short drive to close the score.
Yeah, that was extremely impressive. McGuire was double teamed, just got enough separation, and that ball placement was just about perfect. This Alexandria team is just as sharp as can be at 2A.
And that's good defense as well from Andrew Hunt and Ben Ramsayer to make it difficult on McGuire, but he hauls in that catch no problem. Gast out of the gun again, will float to the far side, complete, and it'll be an early touchdown for the Alexandria Tigers. Make it 6-6 across the board in just 4 plays for Alexandria.
Took a minute and 6 seconds off of the clock, and they find themselves in the end zone to tie the ball game up. If you're Bluffton, you're going to have to consider going for these 2-point conversions from here on out. This is going to be an issue.
And that is Will Rowland coming out of the backfield to make the catch. 6-6 the score. Just over a minute off the clock before Alexandria responds. Now here comes the kick from Corey Layton, who is a perfect 47 for 47 and will remain perfect. 48 for 48, 7-6. Alexandria leads in a very quick drive to open the first quarter for them. One more break, and then we're back to some high-tempo first quarter action on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. Alexandria and Bluffton, driven by Greg Hubler Ford.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
4 plays is all it took for Alexandria to answer the touchdown from Bluffton on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. 7-6 is the score. Alexandria leads by 1, 5.5 minutes left in this opening quarter in the opening rounds of 2A, Sectional 36. Like I said, that extra point missed by Bluffton on their first drive could come back to bite them later on in the contest. Colin Nichols joined by Vince Reimer. We're going to get right back into the action. Corey Layton getting ready to kick it away to the return men, Andrew Hunt and A.J. Strevler. There's the kick, and it is going to jump back to the 5-yard line. And who's going to have to pick it up? That's going to be Andrew Hunt. Hunt inside the 5. He is going to be wrapped up and brought down inside the 10, spotted at the 7. No good field position to start off this drive for Bluffton. Alexandria's kicking team does a job. Great placement as well by Corey Layton.
Yeah, ever since Moore ran that touchdown in, it's been all Alexandria, and they've been able to do something beneficial every single play right there. Amazing kickoff. It stayed in bounds. Hunt had to pick it up, and they're deep in their own territory here. Says on their own 7-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Bluffton Tigers from their own 7. It'll be a little bit of a pistol set to start out for quarterback Braxton Betancourt. Just one receiver to his right side. Handoff to Kamel Moore. Moore's got some decent legs on him and some somewhat decent running room as well. It'll be a solid pickup on first down to get him away from that goal line, too. Looks like 2nd and 6 coming up for Bluffton.
Yeah, Moore's usually able to get you a little something convenient every time he touches the ball. Way to get out from inside your own 10. 2nd and 4 coming up.
That was a 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4 for Bluffton. Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-6 to score. Alexandria leads. Pistol set again for Betancourt. Betancourt hands off to Kamel Moore again, looking for that far side. He won't find the edge. He's wrapped up and brought down close to the first down marker. Looks like he'll have it by about a yard. Call it a 5-yard pickup and a new set of downs for the Bluffton Tigers.
Yeah, good job in 2 plays, getting the first down, getting out of your own deep field positioning. Got 4:30 left in the first quarter here. Bluffton trying to make it out of that tough situation from the kickoff now at their own 18-yard line.
First down and 10 for Bluffton. They break the huddle and head back to the line of scrimmage. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first. They trail by 1. Gun formation for Betancourt. Another handoff to Moore, this time looking for the near side. He's got running room across the 30, 35, and pushed out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And making the stop, coming out of the secondary, Gabe McGuire.
Yeah, excellent job getting to the outside, getting the extra yards. Bluffton's moving up the field after being put in deep field positioning. Going to be interesting to see what else we see from Betancourt. They've elected to run every single time so far on this drive.
4 minutes left in the first. 7-6 the lead for Alexandria. Betancourt in the gun, just one receiver out to his left. This time handoff off the middle to Jenkins, and Jenkins is going to take it near midfield, and it will be very close to the first down marker, I think right at it. The spot is at the 48, and waiting on the signal. The referees, it'll be 2nd and inches on this upcoming play for Bluffton. They put 1 on the scoreboard, and that might be by all of 6 inches that they're missing the first down.
Yeah, Jenkins is a very interesting player, does a lot for this Bluffton team, plays a little tight end, but also used kind of as a fullback, as we just saw. Pretty hard guy to tackle. 2nd and 1 coming up.
And the gun again is Betancourt. Full backfield. He puts 3 in motion up to the line. Betancourt will take it himself. He's running to the near side, and it is across the first down for Moore and into Alexandria territory. That was actually Andrew Hunt who took it out of the backfield for the first down.
Yeah, probably the most dangerous guy with the ball in his hands. Has the quickest burst right off the jump. Did a great job of getting that first down. They're really doing a good job of getting out to that right side, getting the extra yards. On the other side, to the 37 now for the Bluffton Tigers.
First down and 10 for Bluffton, well into Alexandria territory, set up at their 37 as they trail by 1, 7-6. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Betancourt in the gun. Sends a man in motion, that's Freeze. It's a handoff going to the far side to Cooper Craig, and Craig is dragged down after a pickup of 1 on the play. And in to make the stop is Cade Abshire. The free safety coming out of the secondary. 2nd and 9 for Bluffton.
Yeah, Craig only a freshman, but they got a lot of guys that can carry the ball. A lot of guys that make plays for this Tigers team. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter of action.
2nd and 10 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Betancourt takes the snap from the gun, hands off to Moore, and Moore will not have much room to work with. He'll pick up maybe 2 or 3 on the play. 3rd and long coming up for Bluffton. And again, this is another good spot for Alexandria to make a 3rd down stop and force a punt. No field goals attempted by Sir Duke. He's already 0 for 1 in extra points tonight. So we'll see. Can Alexandria come up with a stop, or will Bluffton come up with another impressive 3rd down play?
Yeah, they've ran the ball nearly every play this drive, and we haven't seen Betancourt really run the ball. Seen a lot of dual threat quarterbacks. If they continue to stop the run game, it's going to be interesting to see what they force him to do.
3rd and 7. Betancourt in the pistol. Puts Freeze in motion. It's a handoff to Jenkins up the middle. Jenkins working his way towards the first down marker. We'll see where the officials spot the ball. Looks like it's going to be at the 28. Will it be enough for the first down? And I think they're going to bring the chains out to measure this one and make sure they get the call right. Something you can appreciate, especially in a game this big, 2 top 10 teams in the state of Indiana for 2A. You want to get every single call right and give both teams the best opportunity possible. Bringing it out, this is the second super short field and really close to the marker spot that the officials have made tonight. They line up the official spot. And did Jenkins get the first down? He's short by about 2 inches, says the officiating crew. So it'll be 4th down for Bluffton, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And you can expect in a game this big with yardage that short, Bluffton is probably going to try and punch this across for a first down.
Yeah, definitely. With the ability of this team to run the ball and for the short amount that they have to get on Alexandria's side of the field, they're more than capable of getting this. They're going to line up exactly how they have been in this pistol type of formation. Big play here.
Full house in the backfield. Betancourt in the gun. 4th and short. Betancourt puts Craig in motion. Tries the hard count, nothing there. Hand off to Jenkins up the middle, and he will bully his way across for a first down and gets the forward progress all the way down to the 25. 1st and 10, a new set of downs for Bluffton. 1:36 on the first quarter clock, trailing by 1 to Alexandria.
Yeah, very effective play call. It looked like Alexandria couldn't get, to the line fast enough. Had a very easy job with a few blockers on the right side. Both of these offenses doing a really good job of getting down the field, not having any trouble. But Bluffton using a lot slower of a pace from what we saw on that 1-minute drive from Alexandria.
1st down and 10. Betancourt takes a snap and hands off again to Jenkins. And he'll pick up maybe 2 on that play. 2nd and long coming up for Bluffton as we are just 5 seconds away. And now right at the 1-minute mark in the first quarter. 7-6 the score. Alexandria on top of Bluffton in the opening rounds of sectionals. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Tigers of Bluffton on this play.
There's a lot to play for in this last minute of the first quarter. Each team scored a touchdown so far. This is only the 3rd drive we've seen.
Craig in motion again. Gun formation for Betancourt. He lofts one to the near sideline, and it is hauled in for the catch in the end zone. What an effort by A.J. Strevler to go around the back of his defender and come down with the ball. That makes the score 12-7. Everybody up here debating whether he actually caught it or not at the beginning. Pretty clear that he came up with it. But what a catch by A.J. Strevler.
They got to check that sideline for Stickum. That was a heck of a catch. I could not believe the way he hauled that in. Had to absorb the shock on the ground and still held on to the ball. Great catch by Strevler.
I believe that was around the back of either Siler Hartwell or Gabe McGuire in the secondary. Bluffton will elect to go for 2. In the backfield is Hunt at the quarterback. He'll take it for himself. A little wildcat action for the Bluffton Tigers. And he is going to be, I think, short of the end zone, and he is. So the 2-point conversion does not pay off. Alexandria, a great job on the goal line stand. But Bluffton now leads 12-7 with 29.9 seconds left at the end of this first quarter. What an opening quarter we've had in sectionals. Sectional 36 in 2A football to start things off. Big start for Bluffton. 2 touchdowns on 2 drives. Alexandria just 4 plays on the offensive side for their 1 score of the evening so far. And they will have 30 seconds to work with at the end of this first quarter, which is enough for them to definitely put some more points on the board as we have seen in games past.
Yeah, they can really score in a burst. I can't believe we haven't seen Betancourt throw the ball very much, but when he has, he's done a lot of damage. Can't believe we've seen 2 of the best catches all season in this first quarter, one by McGuire for about 40 yards to get Alexandria all the way down the field on their scoring drive, and then Strevler right there for the second touchdown for this Bluffton Tigers team.
Kicking off for the Bluffton Tigers is Tucker Jenkins. And back to return for Alexandria is the duo of Gabe McGuire and Carson Cuneo. Here comes the kick from Jenkins. It's another short one. It's going to be bobbled by McGuire, but he's able to regain control. McGuire with some room. McGuire across midfield and down near the 45 in Bluffton territory. Looks like he'll go out of bounds at the 46 in Bluffton territory. There's a reason that Gabe McGuire only has 3 return opportunities on the year is because teams try to keep it away from him on the kickoff. 63.7 yards on average is what he returns kickoffs for, as long as 98. And he was just a couple of steps away from being in the clear and taking that one back to the house to end this first quarter.
Yeah, if McGuire was in the video game on Madden, the tackle breaking's a 99. I mean, you can see why he's got the average of 69 yards on the kickoff returns. He's got some other gear that even when he about bobbles the ball, about gets tackled, he somehow finds a way out and has another level in him.
From the 47, it's first down and 10 for Alexandria. In motion is Roland. Gast will take the snap and hand off to Cuneo. Cuneo, a good run on first down. He's going to pick up 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Alexandria. 10 seconds left on the game clock. And I don't think they're going to try and run one more before the end of this quarter. After the first quarter, 12-7 is the score. Bluffton leads Alexandria in the opening round of Sectional 36 for Class 2A football in Indiana. A quick break to hear from some of our sponsors, and then we'll be back to finish up this first half of action. It's Alexandria and Bluffton on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com, driven by Greg Hubler Ford.
Every day is a great day to buy a vehicle at Greg Hubler Ford.
Because every vehicle comes with our Greg Hubler promise. On top of scheduled maintenance with your vehicle, you'll also enjoy complimentary roadside assistance, service pickup, and drop-off. And a free car wash and quick wash every time you service at Greg Hubler Ford.
We're always finding new ways to put our guests first.
Mosey on into Muncie.
Greg Hubler Ford, promise kept.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call
We're back live at Alexandria High School on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. The beginning of the second quarter, Alexandria down 12-7, and a 2nd down and 4 pass attempt from Brady Gast, incomplete. A little high and out of the reach of Colin Johns. Brings up 3rd down and 4 for Alexandria. 11:55 left in this first half. That is just the 6th offensive play for Alexandria in this game. They've already put 7 up on the board. Bluffton leads by 5. Man in motion going across the line is Will Rowland. And he will reset on the right side of that offensive line. Gas in the gun, has 2 out to his left, 1 to his right on 3rd down. It's a handoff to Cuneo. Cuneo lowers the shoulder and will try to barrel his way forward. He's going to be well short of the first down marker, but it's 4th and 3 now for Alexandria. And I see no hesitation to keep the offense on the field for Coach Gast.
It's one of the first times we've really seen Cuneo get wrapped up at the line, had no chance of a big gain on that play, getting the first down. But yeah, Alexandria's got a great offense at this point on the field. I expect nothing less but for them to go for it and get a little more than 3 here.
4th and 3 from the 40-yard line in Bluffton territory. Gast in the gun. Drops back to pass, looking for the far side. Floats it. It is complete. And I don't know if it's going to be enough for a first down. Looks like it's going to be spotted a yard short. A turnover on downs for Alexandria. Bluffton's defense comes up huge on that play. And I think that was Ramsayer who made the big hit on Will Rowland, who made a good catch over there on the sideline. It was a good pass as well from Gast. Maybe just a little too much loft on it. Might have been better to zip it into the hands of Rowland rather than let it float his way over to the sideline.
Definitely. He set his receiver up to get whacked on that play. They are going to say they somehow, or excuse me, it is going to be Bluffton's ball there. Looked like they didn't flip it yet.
Betancourt in the gun, 1st and 10. Hands off to Moore. Moore going up the middle, and he will pick up 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for Bluffton. Under 11 minutes to go in the first half. It's a 12-7 lead for Bluffton as well. And they're nearing the 45-yard line on their own side.
One thing that could be an issue is this time of possession. If Bluffton maintains a lead for most of this game and their time of possession outweighs Alexandria by a heaping amount like we've seen, it's going to be an issue for them getting back in the game or gaining any sort of momentum. We've only seen a few offensive plays, as you mentioned, from this Alexandria Tigers team.
2nd and 5, Betancourt from the gun. It's another handoff to Moore. And he will get near midfield. Looks like that forward progress stopped at the 49. It is going to be enough for a first down. It'll keep the drive alive and move the chains for Bluffton, as they have done frequently tonight. 10 minutes, 22 seconds in the second quarter. Bluffton pushing down the field with ease once again.
Yeah, the way this offense moves, you can't help but have a lot of trust in them. I don't really see them slowing down. Bluffton just has a lot of guys that carry the ball. Really, they don't tire anyone out specifically. They move very efficiently down the field, and we haven't seen any signs of tiredness yet.
Betancourt in the gun with a full house in the backfield. Handoff to Moore, who slipped in the backfield, and he will get across midfield and be stopped. It looks like the 49 in Alexandria territory. 2nd down and 9 for Bluffton.
From
12-7 the lead for the Bluffton Tigers over Alexandria. Across midfield, back into Alexandria territory for the 3rd consecutive drive tonight. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns so far. And to set up, Betancourt is actually the receiver on the near side of the field. Little wildcat formation. Andrew Hunt in the backfield will take the snap and go for the far side. He will have the edge and pick up just 2 on the play. So 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 6 coming up for Bluffton. And Carson Cuneo leading the charge for Alexandria.
Big 3rd down coming up here as we compare both sides. This Bluffton team just chugging along, very consistent in the way that they move down the field as opposed to the explosiveness we're used to seeing from Alexandria. Big 3rd and 6 here coming up for Bluffton.
3rd and 7 for Bluffton. In the gun is Betancourt. Betancourt a handoff to Jenkins up the middle, and he is going to be short of the first down marker, but inside the 45 in Alexandria territory, so you're faced with another 4th and short. If you are Bluffton, they already went for it once, so it looks like it's going to be spotted at the 44. It'll be 4th down and 3 for Bluffton. We have not seen them have to punt or turn the ball over yet in this first half. We're 8 minutes remaining until halftime, and Bluffton leads 12-7. Gun formation again for Betancourt. Betancourt fakes the handoff, now rolls to his left, fires complete, and taking it with plenty of room down the field is Hunter Wegner, and he is down inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. Big 4th down pickup for the Bluffton Tigers.
Seems like this Bluffton team just doesn't feel any pressure. The way that they are able to just accumulate yards, really not have any hiccups. We haven't seen any flags either. They're just very efficient and do a good job on every part of the field here. Great pickup.
1st down and goal from the 3 for Bluffton. Betancourt will move into a pistol. He's got a full house in the backfield. Betancourt Hands off to Jenkins, and Jenkins will have his second rushing touchdown of the evening. 3 for Bluffton to start the opening round of sectionals. Back live at Alexandria High School on IndianaHighSchoolSports.com. We apologize for the technical difficulties and internet issues on our end. 4th down and 7. You didn't miss much. 4th down and 8 for Alexandria. They still trail 20-7. And looks like the spot will be at the 21-yard line for Bluffton. 5:47 left in the second quarter of play. Bluffton up with a commanding lead, 20-7. Once again, Colin Nichols joined by Vince Reimer. We'll try and get you caught up in the action. You didn't really miss much if you thought you missed something on those last few plays. Few blown runs for Alexandria forces the 4th down. They don't elect to go for it this time. Go ahead and punt it away. And that's the second drive in a row for Alexandria that's resulted in having to give the ball back over to Bluffton.
Yeah, Bluffton's just been very impressive in their, both sides of the ball here. The one thing that's impressive to me is, as much as they run the ball about 75% of the time, this is a Bluffton team that still has yet to even fumble the whole season. Going to see a gain of about 3 yards there. Good job by Moore up the middle. It's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up. Still 20-7 in favor of the Bluffton Tigers. They've scored now on every single possession that they've had the ball. Alexandria had their toughest drive during the technical difficulties a few minutes ago. Were forced into a 4th and 8, punted the ball. McGuire did have a beautiful punt, which is why Bluffton's starting their drive now at their own 20, 22. It's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up here. Betancourt takes the snap, hands off to Moore. He's going to get a couple of yards and be dragged down after about 1 or 2 there. Going to see where they mark it. But we've got just under 5 minutes. Clock still ticking in this second quarter of action. Bluffton's controlled this ball, about 75% of the time here. It's been really hard for Alexandria to find a long drive or any easy way to score. When they just march down the field and effectively gain a couple yards here and there, it's going to be hard to slow down, and they've really done a good job knocking the clock down in the process. One man in the backfield, snaps out of the shotgun. Looks like he pump faked. Going to go to the advantage of Alexandria. Nice sack, dragging Betancourt down behind the line of scrimmage there. That's the first loss of yards in a while we've seen by either team. Huge play there. It's going to be the first time they forced him into a 4th down in a long time. 4th and 12 coming up here at the 4-minute mark in the first half of action. This is a huge break for Alexandria. Going to get the ball back here after seeing Bluffton march down and score 3 touchdowns to start this game. Alexandria is finally going to force them to punt. High snap. He's going to muff it. Somehow gets the ball back, and he's able to punt it still. Well, thank goodness. That could have been a disaster. Ends up being a solid punt, luckily for the Bluffton Tigers. Going to see no return. Alexandria is going to get the ball and start it at their own 38-yard line, but wow, that could have been a disaster. Betancourt was punting the ball. Snap was high. Luckily, he recovered it. Was able to spin around and still punt that thing away for about 50 yards, but very close to a disaster. This is a huge drive that's coming up for the Alexandria Tigers. They find themselves down 13 points. Only lost 1 game all year, which was to Mississinawa by 12 points. They find themselves down here by 13. They need another touchdown or some sort of score before the half to put this thing in comfortable striking range. This isn't the result we expected to see up to this point. They've barely had possession of the ball. It's going to be a huge miscommunication. Snap was high. Gast wasn't ready for it. He's going to fall on the ball. Going to be a loss of about 15 to 20 yards. As soon as you couldn't imagine, bad goes to worse there. They almost lost possession of the ball. Costly mistake. The center just snapped it ill-timed. It's going to be a 2nd and 27 for the next snap. Alexandria, another crucial mistake. Although there hasn't been a turnover by either side thus far, They've really put themselves into a tough spot, down 13 now. About 25 yards to get the first down. And this might be their last possession of the half based on the standing of the clock. It's going to be a deep ball pass by Gast. Very strong pass, and it's caught. Great connection there. It's the exact kind of pass they needed. Haven't seen that type of connection all night. That one's reeled in for Alexandria by Colin Johns. Great job getting down the field, hauling in a huge completion. Something they need to tighten this score up. They've only gotten 7 points from a touchdown by Will Rowland early in that first quarter of action. But since then, it's been a pretty stagnant offensive flow for Alexandria Tigers. Huge game.